You bought a luxury condo, didn't you? I know about it. What? It's too good for you, so I'll take it. Calls from my mother-in-law are usually not of a pleasant nature. Indeed, I did purchase an $800,000 condo under my own name, but I had not informed her. Only my husband and I were supposed to know about this. Did you hear about this from my husband? Maybe? And from now on, you will work for me. It was like a declaration that she intended to treat me as a maid. However, I had no intention of simply complying with her demands. Rather, I was planning to use this situation to devise some kind of strategy. So, I pretend to comply. If you say so, I will obey. Humph, it seems you finally understand your place. You should have done this from the beginning. I need to prepare, so I will let you know as soon as the schedule is set. And on the day of the move, I received 30 calls from her. When I answered the phone, "Where is the condo?" "What? It should be right there." "Did you trick me?" I could sense her panic through the phone. It was hard to hold back my laughter. I was in the middle of executing a plan for revenge against my mother-in-law. My name is Stella Brown, 35 years old. I am an ordinary office worker at a securities company. I married Scott 5 years ago. We don't have children, but I feel that our days are fulfilling. Maybe it's time we bought a house. Yes, but a condo isn't a bad idea either. Indeed, buying a condo would increase its value. Single-family homes are nice, but shall we consider a condo too? If you say so, buying a condo seems realistic. Work has always been the center of our lives. We worked moderately and earned a decent income. But the joy of working was the best part. And on my 33rd birthday, I was asked, "Did something nice happen today?" Yes. Listen to this. I got a promotion. I told him when I got home. Really? That's wonderful. You've been working so hard. Thank you. This brings us closer to buying the condo. Then, I can't be left behind. It's good to be motivated, but don't overdo it. Don't worry, I know. Since then, we have worked even harder than before. Even on days when I returned home tired, my heart was filled with happiness. Having someone nearby who works hard too makes you feel like you can push yourself more. A year later, Scott got a promotion. Everything was going as planned. Do you think it's a good time now? A good time? Oh, I see. I've already got the brochures. Typical Stella. Quick as always, right? Hey, I just had a great idea. It's your birthday in 6 months, right? Let's decide by then. I was genuinely happy with this proposal. We decided to buy the condo and move in time for my following birthday. Then we need to decide soon. There are so many options it can be overwhelming. No rush, let's choose something we both agree on. While searching for a condo, we also discussed our future plans. This year, as I turn 35, I also hope to start a family soon. Buying a condo was an important step to achieve that plan. Tomorrow, my mother is coming over. Wow, that's sudden. She's been trying to contact you multiple times. The situation changed abruptly with the arrival of my mother-in-law. The next day, "Scott, I came to visit. What brings you here all of a sudden? Is it not okay for me to come? Besides, I told you I'd be coming." My mother-in-law said this while looking at me disdainfully. It was clear she did not think well of me. "I'm sorry, I've been busy with work recently." "That may be so, but I am your mother-in-law. Do you understand that?" "Of course. I'll be more careful in the future." "Really? It's easy to say things but not mean them." At that moment, my husband intervened. "From what I see, Stella is doing her best at both work and home. Please stop. If you say so, I won't say anything anymore." "So, what brings you here today?" "There's a place I want to go to." My mother-in-law excitedly pulled a travel guide from her bag. "Talking about a trip?" "Yes, the place I want to go is." She continued to passionately talk about the place she wanted to visit. Initially attentive, my husband gradually began to show signs of tiredness, his nods becoming more careless. After all, we didn't even have the time to go on a trip. We wanted to quickly decide on a new home and move. "Wait, Mom, I understand you want to travel, but we are at a critical time right now. The trip can wait, can't it?" Why? Huh? My husband couldn't hide his surprised expression at her response. I felt the same way. As Scott just said, maybe we should postpone it to another time. Stella, don't worry about it, because you'll be staying home alone anyway. What are you talking about? I'm talking about a family trip. Then Stella is part of the family too, right? You just said it yourself a moment ago. My husband's point was valid. I waited with anticipation for what my mother-in-law would say next, but her answer was unexpected. I've never thought of Stella as family. What? What does that mean? I was actually against this marriage, but your father insisted. How could you say that? Get out. What? I'm telling you to leave. As my husband raised his voice, my mother-in-law sensed something and silently began preparing to leave. As she left, she turned to me and spitefully said, "Poor Scott, to be deceived by such a woman. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were so disliked. Don't worry about it. I never expected her to like me from the start. If only Dad were still here." Yeah, my father-in-law passed away from kidney disease a year after we got married. As my husband said, if my father-in-law had been alive, my mother-in-law would not have been so furious. He was literally in charge of her. After his death, she became uncontrollable, as if venting on everything. My mother really is a troublemaker. I wonder how we should handle this. Since Dad died, she started coming to us for money, wanting to travel on our dime, it seems. Hasn't she already spent all the inheritance left by your father? Yes, I can't believe her. While we were discussing this, I suddenly noticed something. Huh? Where's the condo brochure that was on the table? What? I didn't move it. No way. There was only one possible explanation. Unbelievable. Did she take it? Isn't that a problem? Definitely a problem. She'll surely bring it up. Should we just make up some excuse for now? It might be difficult because it's her, but we were thinking of taking some action. We decided to bluff our way through, but my mother-in-law was faster than I imagined. The next day, a call came immediately. Are you guys planning to buy a condo? No, we don't have such plans yet. At that moment, my husband switched to speaker mode so I could hear as well. But there was a brochure on the table, right? I see, you did take it. Why didn't you consult me? Consulting you wouldn't change anything, and I've said it multiple times. We have no such plans. Buying a condo is still a long way off. Is Stella there? Surprised by my mother-in-law's sudden question, I shook my head. No, she's not here. What's up? She is not suitable for our family. What are you talking about? Just as I said, I don't feel any respect from her, and I wonder why you married someone like that. The conversation suddenly became intense, and the criticism towards me began. I have no regrets about marrying Stella. I am grateful that she married a boring man like me. Even if you say so, time will reveal the true nature of your wife. My mother-in-law abruptly ended the conversation. It was an unbelievable discussion, not something that can be easily resolved. Both my husband and I sighed. At that moment, my husband's smartphone received a notification. Again, from his reaction, it was clear what it was about. Is she asking for money again? Yeah, this really isn't something we should be doing. My mother-in-law asks for money almost every month. The money she receives is quickly spent. My husband knows this, but after all, she is his mother. Since my father-in-law passed away, my husband was her only son. It can't be helped. My husband has never been able to escape his mother's control. While I understand his feelings, seeing her repeatedly hurl insults at me in front of me, it seemed he was starting to feel that this couldn't continue. Yet, my mother-in-law kept coming to our house, asking when we would buy the condo. So, when are you buying it? As I've told you many times, we have no such plans. It's troubling to have you come every week. What's troubling about it? If you have no plans now, we could plan it together. I'm tired of my current home too. The current house was also left by father, right? Speaking like that is disrespectful to him. But what's the point of thinking about someone who's no longer here? Or can your father do something about it? She's not wrong. However, there's no need to voice it. Hearing her comment, my husband's expression grew even more stern. Please go home for today. And don't come here anymore. Such discussions are sufficient over the phone. You choose Stella over me, your mother? Yes, I do. And clearly, that's your fault. To think you've become so poisoned. Where did the old Scott go? Is that all you have to say? Please leave. We're busy. If you talk to your mother like that, you'll definitely regret it later. My mother-in-law left, dropping a parting shot like a villain in a drama. Every time my mother-in-law came over, I ended up more exhausted than from my regular work. Still, I respected her stance of not yielding to her son's numerous words. How long will this go on? Honestly, I'm getting tired. But if we move, it'll be farther away, so she might not come as often. I hope that becomes reality. The condo we chose was over an hour away by train from our current residence. There were several similar condos nearby, but ultimately, we chose one as far from my mother-in-law as possible. We intended to reset our relationship with her through the move, and we're finally done with moving. When you actually enter the room, you really get its appeal points. It's exciting to think that a new life is starting. Choosing a tower condo was the right decision. We purchased a new tower condo in the suburbs. It cost $800,000. Thinking that putting it under my husband's name might lead to problems if my mother-in-law found out, we put it under my name. However, the next day, I received a call from my mother-in-law. You bought a luxury condo, didn't you? I know about it. What? It's too good for you, so I'll take it. Calls from my mother-in-law are usually not of a pleasant nature. Indeed, I did purchase an $800,000 condo under my own name, but I had not informed her. Only my husband and I were supposed to know about this. Did you hear about this from my husband? Maybe? And from now on, you will work for me. What do you mean? Don't you understand? You'll be useful to me as a maid. I looked up at the ceiling in dismay. However, I had no intention of simply complying with my mother-in-law's demands. Instead, I planned to use this situation to devise some kind of strategy. So, I pretended to comply. If you say so, I will obey. Humph, it seems you finally understand your place. You should have done this from the beginning. I need to prepare, so I will let you know as soon as the schedule is set. Hurry up and decide. For now, I waited for my husband to come home so I could discuss the situation with him. And all I thought about was how to counteract my mother-in-law. At that moment, I was startled by a tap on my shoulder. Are you okay? Yes, just deep in thought. What happened? Well, I just got a call from your mother. I told him about the content of the call. Scott, you didn't talk to your mother, did you? No, I didn't say anything. I thought it would lead to this kind of situation if I did. How did she find out then? I have no idea. Oh, maybe. Suddenly, my husband exclaimed as if he had realized something. What? What is it? Maybe it was my uncle, whom we met recently. Mom's brother. Oh, right. He's not a bad person, but I forgot he's a chatterbox. Sorry, that was my mistake. I was there too, so it's not just your fault. Besides, it's still okay. I answered with confidence. I have a plan in mind. Afterwards, I explained the plan I had thought of to my husband. That might work, but are you sure you're okay to handle the talking? Leave that to me. I'll handle it properly. All right, I trust you. The next day, I called my mother-in-law. I wanted to inform you that we have set a moving date. And when is that? We're planning for next Saturday. Both Scott and I are off that day, so we can help. That's thoughtful of you. Then, what's the address? About that. That's when I told my mother-in-law the address of the new condo. Given it was her, I thought she would simply believe it without verifying the address. To ensure everything went smoothly, we arranged the movers ourselves. We wanted to avoid any mishaps that might occur if the movers, unaware of the situation, said something. We will arrange the movers, so please make sure you're done packing by then. You should have done that from the beginning. Yes, that was my fault. I behaved in a way that gave her as much credit as possible. I was hoping she would experience a greater disappointment on the moving day that way. There was no other reason to do this. The next week couldn't come soon enough for me. Just imagining her reaction when she discovered the truth was so exciting that I could hardly sleep. Is my room well prepared? Of course. We have prepared the best room for you. That sounds wonderful. And you will take care of me. I won't be doing that. Didn't I tell you before? Have you forgotten? The maid thing? That's not possible. Whether it's possible or not doesn't matter. You will do it. I'm getting old, so it's only natural that I be taken care of. My mother-in-law was astonishingly out of touch with reality. For me, I just wanted everything to stay the same until moving day. Furthermore, my mother-in-law got so excited about the moving preparations, she became even more uncontrollable. Today, I got a call from Mom. Did something go wrong again? She went ahead and bought furniture and the bill is supposedly ours. She does whatever she wants. She should have bought it herself. How much did it all come to? It looks like it's over $1,000. I'm not surprised by anything anymore. This kind of conversation continued and a week passed. Then, on moving day, I received 30 calls from her. When I answered the phone, "Where is the luxury condo?" "What? It should be right there." "You tricked me, didn't you?" I could sense her panic even over the phone. It was hard to hold back my laughter. I covered my mouth desperately to keep my voice down. "What do you mean? I don't understand. This is no joke. When I went to the address you gave me, there was no condo, just an empty lot." "What? That's strange. There was supposed to be a tower condo there." "Oh, that's the site where the tower condo will be built. I'm sorry. I made a mistake." "Really? What is going on? Give me the correct address." "Well, where could it be?" Of course, I had no intention of giving her the real address. Doing so would have made all our plans pointless. "Scott must be there. Put him on the phone quickly." "He's here, but are you sure that's a good idea?" "Stop talking nonsense and just put Scott on the phone." Then I set the smartphone to the speaker and handed it to my husband. "Hello? What is all this about?" "I'm ready. Just give me the new address of the house." "Before that, maybe you're misunderstanding something. Who said anything about living together? Are you planning to abandon your own mother? Don't say such terrible things. Everything up to this point has been decided by you on your own. You've always done as you pleased." My mother-in-law fell silent at my husband's response. She probably assumed living together was a given. But things weren't that simple. Given the circumstances, this was a natural outcome. She no longer grasped the situation. "Do you understand now? Living together is impossible. So please give up on that idea." "I'm serious. Stop joking around." That's my line. "Unfortunately, you'll have to manage on your own from now on. We won't interfere anymore." "Then how am I supposed to live?" "You'll figure it out yourself. You're not a child." Still, my mother-in-law showed no signs of giving up. "Just give me your condo's address." "That's impossible. If I did, you'd just come over." "And what's the problem with that?" I think Scott should explain it properly. At that moment, my husband looked resolute. "I'll be clear, this is goodbye, Mom. We're no longer going to be involved." "What? Just like that?" "That's right. Do you understand now? Even if you somehow make it here, you won't be let in. I own this house." "Stop it. Doing such awful things, and you think there are no issues." Of course, I had no room left in me for sympathy towards my mother-in-law. Her future was none of my concern. "Please don't contact us ever again." "Wait, just..." Before my mother-in-law could continue, I hung up the phone. My husband sighed deeply but didn't look regretful. Was this the right thing to do? Yes. Now we can finally have some peace. Then let's celebrate today. How about we go out to eat? That sounds like a great idea. Let's go right away. My husband's face, as he prepared to leave, was brighter than I had ever seen it before. I didn't regret it either, and I never felt lighter. Thus, we finally cut ties with my mother-in-law. She will no longer receive any financial support from my husband, no matter what difficulties arise. And according to the movers, all my mother-in-law could do was return home. However, at that time, we had not yet set up call blocking. Don't think that you can do this without any consequences. You will see hell from now on. There is no need to worry about that. Instead, you should be careful. You can no longer live as you did before. You'll understand in time, just be prepared. Indeed, watching your decline will be quite interesting. What a hateful daughter-in-law. Apparently, my mother-in-law was unable to curb her old spending habits. As a result, she accumulated debts and even lost the house inherited from my father-in-law. Having lost her place to live, she was forced to seek help from her brother. However, that didn't go well either. According to Uncle, she was kicked out less than a month after moving in. He contacted me this morning. That's just her character. She had been living off your money until now, so she deserves this. I did warn you. She always had such high pride. So what is she doing now? According to Uncle, she's living in a small rundown apartment. Experiencing such an environment might be good for her. It seems she tried to work, but she wasn't welcomed anywhere and couldn't keep a job. And as for us, really, that's wonderful news. I'm incredibly happy about this. It's surprising how quickly we've achieved what I've always hoped for deep down. It's so overwhelming that I'm hardly moved. That's not true. Our family is about to grow. Exactly. I've dreamed of this moment for so long, and I'm glad that our efforts have finally borne fruit. We had finally been blessed with a child we had long hoped for. This was indeed like a gift from heaven, received after a long time and much effort. The future we are about to enter is undoubtedly full of hope and will certainly make our lives shine even more.